Yes, gents, how we doing? What is going on? So what we're talking about is today's coffee, and like perhaps how much coffee should I have? It's a conversation I had sort of last night with my guys when we were talking about it. So again, there's a few sort of parts to this. So it depends, obviously, first of all, how you drink coffee, okay? Because like if you have it black, then again, obviously there's no calories in that, and it's obviously you're gonna absorb more of the caffeine hit from there. Okay, it's going to be a lot stronger. It's going to give you more energy. Then obviously the opposite then is going to be the loaded sort of like mochas or lattes, different things like that, which obviously they contain calories as well. As well as the sort of obviously the caffeine hit. So again, you just need to factor that in. And then it's a case of obviously, are you relying on it? Are you sort of, or are you actually just you drinking it because sort of it's okay, you're at a good level? It's all these different things we need to factor in now. So yeah, like I said, first thing is like, how do you drink your coffee? If you're having a sort of a black coffee, obviously again, there's like minimal calories in there. Like if you're having like, so if it's black, then yeah, there's no point logging that down basically, because it's just sort of water and like the espresso shot. Whereas obviously if you're having like sort of lattes, cappuccinos, or anything even heavier, you go into like the 250, like 300, 400 like calorie range. And if you're having sort of like 3 of those a day, then that could be sort of, 700-800 calories there, okay, that you need to factor in and be aware of. Okay, if you were sort of logging stuff down on MyFitnessPal and you were having sort of, like a latte from Starbucks, then something from Greg's, then something else like in the afternoon, like a mocha, then yeah, like that's sort of calories you need to log down, because again, that's easily, again, like I said, 700-800 calories that's like you consuming that you were not factoring in. Because if you were sort of aiming for 2,000 and you're I'm at like 1,800, but then you've got like the extra 700 that's pushing to 2,500 that you haven't factored in, then yeah, you're not sort of going to be in that deficit and you're not going to be losing any weight. Okay, so that's the first thing to consider, is how you sort of take your coffee and become aware of, again, the calories there. Because just because it's a drink, like people don't think it contains calories, but like I said, if you're having it black, then or a dash of milk, again, like I said, it's just not too much, or well, lower dashes. You just become aware of it. That's the first thing. Then the second one is obviously in terms of energy and like sort of how much, the amount of stimulation, the amount of caffeine, like sort of. Now this comes back to sort of what you're sensitive to, how much you're drinking, like sort of how much should I have. Again, it depends. It depends on what you're using it for. If you will use it to actually like grind through the day, because you wake up tired and you just like sort of around 6 to 8 sort of like Americanos a day, then yeah, like that's a lot, okay? That's like a big strain on your body, and this applies to obviously like energy drinks as well. If you are like, it's the same thing. If you're having a big hits of sort of like, you need Monster, you need Relentless, Red Bulls, you need those to get through the day, and you're having sort of, I don't know, at least 5 of them, like sort of, wow, okay, like sort of, do you need that? And sort of like how, like the more time you do that, then it's going to be like a big strain on your body, because it's just like, it's going to be maxed out your adrenal glands. You're going to struggle to sleep at night. You're going to struggle to switch off, struggle to have any sort of deep sleep. And then when you wake up, you're going to wake up tired, obviously. So then the cycle continues, okay? And it's just sort of like perhaps scaling that back and like sort of trying to use your body's natural energy. And then so the second point is knowing sort of, again, how much it is, again, and just where it is. Sort of try and, even though you might sort of perhaps say you clear caffeine quite sort of not too bad, like it gets out your system, or you quite deal with it, even like still having it late at night is going to interrupt your sleep, okay? You'll get to sleep, but it might not sort of allow you to get into deep sleep. Okay, this is the same with alcohol, okay? Just because, I have alcohol before bed, it helps me sort of, it relaxes me. Yes, it relaxes you, but it might do, sort of, in commas, but it doesn't allow you to get into that deep sleep. It doesn't allow you to get into the REM, like, sleep cycles, or hit that high sleep score, okay? So this is what you got to, like, sort of things you need to factor in and become aware of. So like sort of coffees between like sort of, I don't know, perhaps two to 4 coffees a day, perhaps I'd suggest, perhaps a ballpark. But again, it depends what type of coffee you drink, how strong you have it. If it's instant, if it's like a sort of a double shot each time, like where you have it in a day, like how sort of your caffeine tolerance, okay? If it's just that, or do you have like pre-workouts, you have energy drinks on top as well? Because these are things to factor in, and you just got to sort of be aware and just like listen to how your body's responding. And it's just, that's the main thing. It's just like, okay, right, I'm taking this, I'm having like sort of 4 coffees a day. How do I feel? I feel Good. Okay. Is there sort of an underlying fatigue here? Okay. Is this something I'm just powering through each day? Is this sort of like perhaps someday I just need to sort of have like a hibernate for a bit and just try and have a sort of come back off it and ease back of it slowly. Or is it affecting my sleep? Am I staying up like really later than I need, like 11, 12, like midnight at least? I'm been a bit of insomnia. I'm not really getting much very good sleep. Okay, so that's taking a hit. Okay, so I need to sort of scale that back. I need to sort of make some changes. I need to sort of increase my water, increase my activity. I need to sort of be better with my food choices. Okay, all these different things. So I don't have to rely on the caffeine. I don't have to rely on the coffee. Okay, because this is what you have to understand. That I recently just I took out some caffeine from my diet for about 5-7 days. Just a bit. I got to a point where I was drinking a lot of it, like powering through, like late nights, early mornings. And again, it's just I went and like hibernate for a bit, for a day. I had to sleep and shut down. And then I didn't want it, so I took it out for like a day, and then I went 2 days. Okay, and I just carried on. And it felt so good. I did feel so much better, and just like, wow, okay, like the world still goes on if you don't have coffee. It's just more of a mind thing. But these are just things to consider. Okay, so do you need it? No, perhaps you don't, like as much as you think. But the main thing is just don't rely on it. Have perhaps 2 to 4 a day. I don't know. And try not to have it beyond, say, 2 p.m., 4 p.m. in the evening. Okay, don't have it like 6, 8 o'clock. Then it's just gonna keep you up all night. Okay, or it's just not allow you to have like a deep sleep. Even though you might get to sleep, you won't have a deep sleep or quality sleep. Okay, hope it helps, gents. Have a great day.